Hey you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to do part 2 of fire camp. So remember, I went through the whole training of fire camp, and I should have got the picture. Okay, so I completed the training and I graduated. Yay! So what happens is there's 4 camps in Southern California. Yes. And they decide which camp they're going to send you to. The camp is located away from the prison. It's set up, it's a camp. So you take all your belongings and you leave the prison. You're transferred over to the camp. So the training was really hard for me. During the time that I was training, a lot of women was coming back from the camp because you have to see the doctor at the prison. So if they get hurt, they come from the camp to the prison to see the doctor. So a lot of women was coming back, and a lot of women was complaining about how hard it is. Women was coming back with broken legs, twisted ankles, and just really out of my video. Really talk about just how hard it was. So I was getting nervous. I made in my mind like, oh no, fire camp is not for me. So I was told that at the camp, you can still go to camp and you can do what they call like work in the camp instead of going out and fighting fire, right? So why is my nose itching? Oh my God, excuse me, y'all. Oh my God. So I made up my mind, oh, okay, well, that's something that I can do. I can go to camp and I can apply for a position to work inside the camp instead of going out and fighting fires. Now, you guys have to remember, I was 41 years old, okay? And I'm just thinking like, oh, no, this is not real for me. I'm too old for this. From what I'm hearing, climbing up mountains and fighting fires and getting in helicopters and okay, so I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna work inside the camp. So I leave the prison and I get to the camp, and that day when we were introduced to one of the officers, now at the camp there were only 4 officers and there were maybe 5 crews, so there was 5 captains. So the camp is really small, it's just one building, and inside this building they have side A and side B, and on each side they have like 30 women. So the camp is real small. But that day when I got to camp and we were introduced to one of the officers, I told him immediately, you know what, I want to apply for a position in camp. And he said, oh no, we've decided as of today, because you're here, he was joking but he was serious, that you have to go out and fight fires for 3 months before you can even be considered to work inside the camp. So I'm like, what? Oh my God. So anyway, so inside the camp, there are 5 crews. Each crew consists of maybe 24 to 25 women. So my count is off. But anyway, so each crew has a captain. So, oh, they feed us good. That's when I started eating. Finally, they cooked meat, they cooked everything. You get all kind of food. So I was really excited about that. Can you imagine coming from prison and not getting any meat? I didn't eat in the kitchen. It was just horrible food at the prison. So coming to camp, it's like, yeah, I finally get to eat some real food. So, okay, so I was put on this crew, which was considered as a really hard crew. I didn't like that because I didn't like hiking. I barely hiked. I barely passed this test to make it to this camp. But anyway, so I'm on this crew and we went out every day and we did jobs. what happens is the state of California will contact the fire count and for the fire count that somebody is hiring, let's say the Parks and Recreations, forestry, the woods, or whatever, and they need for us to come out and do a job. The jobs will consist of some crazy stuff, okay? Most of the job consists of chopping down trees in the woods, in the desert, in the mountains, in areas where there's a lot of trees and they need to remove them, clear this area out for whatever reason. So a lot of jobs consist of doing that kind of work. I mean, hard, dirty dog work. Like, you are a woman, but we're going to give you work like you are a man, and you better not act like you're a woman. Like, oh my God, I can't do this. No, you're going to do this job, and you're going to do it like you made it here. You made it here because you are strong, okay? So a lot of the jobs, we be cutting down trees, and then we do these lines where we cut down the tree, and then we take the tree and we pass it down. Like, you have to be strong, and y'all, oh God, but I'm strong. So you have to be strong. And these women who were on my crew were women who had been there for years. So they were strong, and they didn't treat you like, oh, you're a newbie, and oh, you can't do what we do. Oh, here, you better do what we do. Here, let's go. Here, work hard, work hard. Oh my God, I just wanted to cry. It was hard, dirty. I mean, you would be dirty at the end of the day. Every day we were out digging holes like 7 feet deep, dirty, picking up big rocks and carrying them. Oh my God. So one job, we had to go up in way up there in the forest somewhere, and I couldn't believe it. I was having an anxiety attack. We were driving up the mountain slowly, and there was nothing on the right side of us. Like, you look down and look like you're going to fall. And my captain driving real slow. You guys see those trucks, those fire trucks, the little vans? I was in one of those, Cal Fire. And we would be in the back, and we was going up a mountain. It took us an hour just to get up that mountain. And when I tell you, you look out the window, nothing was on the right side of us. Like, any wrong move, we're gone. So I was like having an anxiety attack. I was like focusing and like breathe, kind of relax. Like, I'm scared of heights. I'm claustrophobic. Like, anxiety was building in. I was scared, right? So we get up there, and it was something that I had never seen before. I'm not used to like hiking mountains. I'm not used to no forests and woods and places like this. I had never been in a place like this. So you get out and you see all these big old trees, like what the crap? And this place had been on fire. This place had been on fire, and they went up and they tried to save the trees. And so they put these plastic pieces over the little trees in the ground, little stubs in the ground. So our job was to go up there and remove all these little plastic stubs off the ground. But trees were burnt. Trees, big old, you look at them like, oh my God, trees were falling. There was smoke everywhere. You had to climb over trees. We were told to watch our surroundings because the trees are falling. I'm looking like, oh my God, am I going to die today? What time is it? Oh my God. Oh my God. It was just hard. It was just scary. Everything just scary to me. I'm just scared, right? So I got through that. Like, I really had to like tell myself, breathe. I'm like surrounded by all these trees, and I'm scared one gonna fall down in any minute. And then you look way up that mountain and this smoke, like, oh, this place getting ready to catch on fire again, right? I'm scared. But okay, so let me get to the part where, oh my God, I had to fight a fire. So one morning we were told that we were going on a controlled fire. A controlled fire is when the firemen go up, they set the trees on fire, let them burn, So later on in the season, there's no trees to catch on fire. So our job is to control the burn. If anything, debris, fire debris, what do you call those? If they jump, we're supposed to catch them and dig them, put them in the dirt, stop stuff from catching on fire. So in our crew, there is a sawer. The sawer is a person with the chainsaw. And there's a puller. A puller is a person that wants the sawer cut the tree, then the puller take the tree and throw it. And then our job, cut it down, get it out the way. So this morning, we're on a controlled burn, okay? We weren't expecting this. This is just going to be our job for today. And I'm like, well, we're in line. There's 25 of us in line. And I'm talking to the person in front of us like, what is we supposed to do? And she's like, well, you were trained just, all we're going to do is just help the fireman control the burn. Okay. So we get to our location and we go up the mountain. It took us like 30 minutes. Kay, come here, run. Oh, never mind. It took us like 30. Yeah, never mind. It took us like 30 minutes just to get up the mountain. And when I tell you, we went up there, so we way up on this mountain, right? And sure enough, the firemen all gathered around. All right, let's go. So the firemen went and they set these trees on fire. Whew, all this smoke. I'm like, well, what? You can't even breathe. So we have masks. We have these masks on, but it really wasn't helping. And all this smoke and the fire is coming like really close to us. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what are we supposed to do? And we were trained that if the fire get too close and we're supposed to go into the burn because the fire can't jump to the burn, it's already been burned. So I'm like, no lie, I'm scared, I'm nervous, like, oh, I'm gonna die up here. What is this? Oh my God, what have I got myself into, right? So at one point, it got so close to us where our captain had to take us into the burn to keep us safe. And into burn, once it's burnt, it's so many ashes, you're just sliding down the ash. So we're sliding all down the ash, trying to get into the burn to keep us safe from dying because the fire has gotten so close to us. I was just thinking, this is a joke. This is not real, right? So anyway, so once the wind started blowing the smoke a different way and we were safe, our captain brought us out of the burn and we continue on to the path following the firefighters to control the burn.
Close the door.
There were 2 other crews that were there with us that day. So you can see another crew in front of us. So many 500 feet, you can see another crew. At one point, all of a sudden they said, go, run. What? Go, run. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. My whole crew was running and I'm running with them. I'm thinking like, oh my God, where are we running to? I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm running with my crew. I'm running, woo, running. We running downhill, uphill. Eventually we passed the crew and the crew like, go. I'm like, okay. And they like serious too. These women are serious. And so I'm running. I twist my ankle. Oh my God, my ankle was hurting so bad, but I couldn't stop and say, hey, I twisted my ankle. No, keep running. So I kept running. Eventually, oh my God, we get to a fire. The place had caught on fire just that fast. Of course, that's our job. Put this fire out. So I looked like, oh my God, is this a joke? And Captain started yelling, sour, puller. He called first Pulaski, second Pulaski. And I'm thinking, please don't call me, because they had to jump in. The SAR's position is to jump in, cut the tree, the puller pull the tree, the next person chop the tree. And then the captain told us, start throwing dirt on the fire. I'm like, shoot, okay. Because, whoa, I mean, this fire is like right here in my face. Like, what the? Okay. And I'm putting dirt on the fire. The other girls, there were girls who were new, had never been to camp, and was like turned around and was scared and put their head down. It was like, I'm not doing nothing. And I'm looking at them like, oh my God, somebody better throw this dirt on this fire. Just like I was told, your nose started running. just running down my face. It's like, you can't wipe it. It's like, what? You can't see. There's smoke everywhere. And I'm trying to do the best I could by taking the dirt and putting it on a fire, right? It is not happening. This fire is moving up, and I'm looking at it like this, like, oh my God, this dirt is not happening. It's not putting out this fire. But the ones that he called to jump in to cut the line, they're cutting line, they're separating these trees from the ones that's on fire so it don't spread. That was not happening. The fire jumped. Their line that they cut just that fast didn't work. The fire jumped from over their line. And I looked like, what the? They were in the middle of a fire. You have fire on this side, then you have my crew in the middle, and it just looked like, oh my God, they about to die. I could not believe what I was seeing. This fire this close to my face, my crew look like they about to burn. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like panicking. And I'm thinking like, come on. Remember what you were taught, the captains, they're going to protect you. They're not going to let nothing happen to you. The burn, you better find the burn. That's where you run. We're supposed to have what you call like a safe spot. This is a spot that we're supposed to go to, know how to get there in case of something like this happen where you feel you got to go to a safe spot, right? So the captain was like, get out. There was this lady. This lady was 40 years old, same age as myself, who looked like she was 55, and she could not get out of the line that they had just cut. She couldn't get up. They were screaming at her, go, get out. She couldn't. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, I'm so scared. Oh my God, they about to die and I don't even know what to do. Right? So I started praying. The Lord is my shepherd, I should not want. He led me down the green path, leads me beside the still water of his name. Say, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I started praying. And all of a sudden God said, grab her hand. I reached down. She grabbed my hand and I pulled her up. They started calling her, bitch. Oh, bitch, go, bitch, move. Oh my God. So I pulled her up. They got out and captain led us to safety. We had to get composure of ourselves, get up and keep it pushing. By then, the whole forest had caught, mountains, wherever we were, way up somewhere, had caught on fire. Let's go. We fought this fire all day. When we were done, it was midnight. It was pitch black. We have the lights that we keep up here, and it helps us see. We fought fire all day. I was mad. I couldn't believe it. I kept telling myself, Keena, tell this captain you're done. Call the helicopters. Call the helicopters. There was helicopters everywhere, okay? It was all on the news. I was there. You see those orange suits? That was me. Call these helicopters and get up out of here. This is not for you. You are too old for this. You about to die. So many times during the day where I could have died. Like, we're up in the mountains. You look up and you see a mountain. That was us. Like edges. Like, you're trying to survive. You're trying to get around edges. You have to go in places you never thought you would have to go. But you have to do this in order to stop this fire, to control this fire. They were throwing trees at us because we were catching the trees. Like, the fire is in your face. But you have to put it out. And I'm like scared, like, oh my God, we're going in this little corner. We're going into this. How are we going to get out of this? You're trained to get out of it. You better figure it out. So we're in these little tight spots and we're putting out fires, and I'm like watching my back, thinking like this whole place is going to catch on fire and I'm just going to be stuck in a fire. Okay, too long, you guys. So that's part 2. I got part 3 and tell y'all what happened after that. So that was a horrible experience for me. I don't ever want to have to fight a fire again. Oh, what an experience, okay? So you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video. Oh, 19 minutes. I've never done a video 19 minutes, okay? Part 3 real soon, okay? Once again, thanks for tuning in. Until the next video, peace.